Hello. How is everybody? It is Dissidia Day. And we are going back into the Labyrinth once more. Or rather, we're continuing the run we were previously on, which isn't very deep in, actually. Bro, what path were we even taking? Where were we trying to go? I don't remember. This looks like it goes for a while. Yeah, that probably goes all the way to the end. Maybe. God, that is the longest single hallway, what the fuck? Anyway. So to get there, I need to go from there to there. So I want to hit Pinhole Galleria. So I want this. Win without losing health. Okay. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba, haha. Perish. Oh.
You should have run when you had the chance.
Oh hey, controlled recovery and recovery attack. Those are important skills that I am going to equip. There we go. Wow, I have a lot of CP to spend, huh? Meh? What if I just do this? There. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Wow, an item I don't need. Incredible. Do I care about this room? Not really. Let's just move on. Wow, a party member. Earn 8 medals in one fight. Okay, so let this party battle get bigger. 13. Hey, let it get bigger. What's the worst that could happen?
I won't lose to you. Gotcha.
Oh, I didn't have the range I thought I did. There we go. Sploosh. Perish. Is everything working? Seems like it. Wow, Ranger. That would be a useful card here. Bum, 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 bum. Bum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum bum ba-dum bum 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 bum. Haha. Kablooey!
Now you know what I'm made of. You can't pick your enemies.
Ow. Okay, that hurt.
You're toast.
Haha.
Get ready.
Boom! Oh, she has the last chance. That's annoying. Well, she squandered it. Good for me.
That wasn't too bad of a fight.
Don't worry. Just leave it to me. Lingering breath. Thunder. Lingering breath. Lingering
Come on, land.
Here I come.
Crunch. Haha. Receive foot, small child.
You need to train more. Just kidding.
Special delivery.
To victory.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Haha! Alright, those are some numbers. Big ones at that.
You were careless.
Alright, the door is now open. Onwards! Win against a party. Okay. Bow, bow, bow. Bow, 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 ba-da-dow-dow.
I always get the prize.
Uh-oh.
Gotcha.
Chop?
Bring down.
Bonk?
Keep trying.
Get out of here, punk.
Bring down. Beneath the light. Scroll. Beneath the light. Comes judgment. Beneath the light. Comes judgment. Bring down. Beneath the light. Comes. Bring down.
Oh! Tagged him. I punched a water ball into his face.
You should have run when you had the chance.
I get that Vaughn's supposed to be doing like a squat on the hilt of his sword, but because of the way the model lines up, it looks like he's actually floating because his feet aren't even on the hilt of his sword.
Who are you watching? Enjoy the view. Who are you watching?
Bum ba da bum.
Have some more. This is gonna sting.
Have this. Nice block. Loser. Loser. X-Death is such a loser. Bum bada bum bada bum 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 bada bum bada bum 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 bada bum bada bum bada bum bada bum.
Are here with me. Here goes. Don't move.
Ah, damn. Oh. Ow! How dare. Oh, I am so sorry, buddy. Crunch.
You need to train more. Just kidding.
Bum 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 bum. Bow, 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 bow. Wow, Mithril, huh? Ba-da-dow-dow-dow. Do 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 do. Eh, eh. Receive sword. Ow! How dare. Well, that tagged you, apparently. Come on. Oh, I am so sorry, buddy. Except I'm not. Ba 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 ba.
Can't pick your enemies.
Ow. That is not the ability I wanted to use.
Get ready. Here it comes.
That works, though. Got him!
That wasn't too bad of a fight.
I mean, it kind of was, but whatever.
Everyone's thoughts. Are you
Kind of CP today.
Here goes.
Bonk.
Injury breath.
Crunch!
I know my course. Cleansing light. Cleansing.
I don't know why he went that way, but whatever. He literally went in the opposite direction of the one I hit him.
You need to train more. Just kidding.
But, sure, whatever. No big deal, no big deal. Yeah, let's just move to the next room. We are speed running. My boy. I'm looking forward to the day when I get Vaughn to level 100 and never have to play him again.
Looking for a win. Did I get him? Don't mess with me.
Ooh, big hit.
Keep trying. Just leave it to me. Inconceivable.
That went better than expected. Bow, 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 bow.
One more
Yeah, like, look at that. His feet aren't even on the hilt. Off finding new paths in the labyrinth now that we've made it to floor 99. Hell yeah, my guy. We're currently going down this path so we can go down one, then doesn't matter if we go up or down, so we can go back to the middle, then up or down, then to the middle, then down, then up, then all the way over here so we can go down, then up to this one in the middle that we haven't explored. So we got a long way to go before we get to anywhere with actual, like, progress. But, yeah. Anyway, how are you, Shally? How are you tonight? Go straight, you end up in the area with no natural HP regen. Oh boy, that sounds fun.
I always get the prize. Gotcha.
I didn't pack any of my, Labyrinth items.
Chop ya.
Oh, that's a big hit. So I don't have the Succubus set.
Gotcha. Just leave it to me. Burn up.
Ow. Never figured out how people beat that area without the Emperor. Our man, Mattias. My god. I remember I hated that area with like a burning passion, but I do remember I got through it at least once. Because, I mean, I got through everywhere in the Labyrinth at least once back on handheld. So I must have just done it with some combination of EX Revenge to avoid taking damage in the first place, and XP to HP to keep my health up.
Get ready. Here it comes.
Like, that's the only thing I can think of.
Leave it to me.
Ow. Wait, what the fuck was that combo? Hello?
Your turn. Enjoy the view.
How dare you? You goddamn furry. I'll kick your ass.
Who are you watching? Ringa.
Ha!
Who are you watching?
What?
Ha!
This can't be.
Got him.
That wasn't too
Bow,
bad.
da,
Fight.
dow, da, dow, da, dow, da, dow, 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 da, dow. Huh. Anyway, I'm also just kind of like grinding XP on my characters while we do this. You know how it is. Take somebody who's not max level into the labyrinth and just go as far as I can with them.
Gotcha. Prepare.
In this case, it is Vaughn, who I am only playing until I get him to max level. Because once he hits level 100, I am shelving him forever because I hate this dude.
Chop ya. Gotcha. Keep trying. Prepare. Gotcha. Release.
Get out of here, you damn warrior.
Rain down. Rain down.
Boom. Boom. Die.
Rain
I said die. There we go. As someone who would start as Emperor, you just looked at that, said get an EX gauge, store bravery, get someone into a fatal combo, go EX, steal their entire health bar. Yeah? I might have tried to do something similar with Furion and just given up because I'm not good enough with Furion to deal with enemies that high leveled.
Some things in life you just do.
Boom! Sounds much more plausible. Yeah. Honestly, knowing myself, I probably did just brute force it, though. And that's probably why I have such painful memories of that area, is because I tried to brute force it. Literally just, well, your health not regenerating doesn't matter if you just don't take damage, forehead. Furion is more stable. Yeah, I'd say more consistent is the word you're looking for.
I won't lose to you.
Because there's a lot less depending on reacting to the enemy. Yeah. A more aggressive playstyle lets you push the enemy into moving the way you want them to move, whereas a more passive playstyle, like the Emperor and other casters like him, is much more dependent on the enemy behaving the way you hope they do, which you can never count on, which is why I hate playing as them.
I always get the prize.
Emperor is even more passive than average, so he's extremely inconsistent. God, I would hate that. Both running into and as.
One more win for me.
Of course, as we all know, I am a very hyper-aggressive player in this game. I mean, my favorite characters are fucking Cloud, Squall, and Golbez.
Some things in life you just do. Have some more.
Oh, that was clean. Yeah, like, even Golbez, who is technically a caster, is the most aggressive of the casters, because he's a melee caster who slaps people with his claws, and it does magic damage for some reason. I don't care about any of this equipment, because I already have a cottage. Wow, joy of conflict. Wow, joy of conflict. Anyway, we're continuing. Cloister of Agony. Since Furion can be played very passively and reactively. Yeah. Man, that is still one of my favorite tracks from the FF7 soundtrack.
I'm not gonna hold back.
The Temple of the Ancients is such a cool song.
Rain down. Rain down.
Boom. Tagged him.
One more win for me.
So I don't remember if I asked or not. What are you up to tonight, huh? Win without losing health.
I won't lose to you.
Trying to watch too many streams at once? Oh boy. A fool's errand, to be sure.
Chop ya. How's that? Keep trying.
Boom. Laundry day went wrong when your apartment's washing machine threw an error when you tried to wash a mattress in it. Ooh.
One more win for me.
That is very unfortunate. Let's add as many random people to our party as we possibly can. You had a soaking wet detergent-y mattress pad and decided the only way to save the situation was taking it to a laundromat. So you dragged the dripping wet thing all the way over to a laundromat.
Gotcha. Burn up.
Or at least I'm assuming it was dripping wet. Had a little cart and a spare trash bag to catch the drips. Oh shit, he got drip. It was, in fact, dripping wet. Incredible. Alright, we're leaving this room. Okay, these are both agony, and it doesn't matter which one I take. Like, at all. Even bigger item that needed washing, so you then took that to the laundromat since you were already on the hook for one thing. I see. Let's take accessories. We don't have enough of those on the cottage. Bam 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 ba da 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 da. Your town now has a Venezuelan food truck, so you ate an arepa. I don't know what that is. Arepa? Arepa? How are you supposed to pronounce that? I'm looking it up. Wikipedia. It's Spanish, so arepa. A lot like a pita pocket, except it's made of corn. Interesting. Ground maize dough, eaten in southern regions South America since pre-Columbian times, and notable primarily in the cuisine of Colombia and Venezuela, but also present in cuisines of Bolivia, Panama, and other countries. Commonly served with accompaniments such as cheese, cuajada, fresh cheese, various meats, chicken, avocado, diablito. Interesting. Arepa would be closer. Okay. Oh.
Not gonna hold back.
I like how I can just, like, sprint up into, fucking kissing range of the enemy, and then start winding up my swing and they don't react because their AI is set real low.
Win for me.
Yours was opened up and used to hold chicken that tasted like it had been cooked in something nice tasting and shredded American cheese. Nice. That sounds very pleasant. Kinda greasy, but very pleasant. Whoops. I clicked one too many times. Oh boy. We are fighting Sephiroth.
Just let me at it. Keep trying.
You would eat one again. Nice. Ow! The son of a bitch! Uh oh. Ow. Hello, Daff.
Keep trying. Burn up.
Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch!
Straight down.
Oh my god, Sephiroth, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Just leave it to me.
There we go. Find yourself bored and looking for food out of a food truck, you could do worse than an arepa. Neat. Maybe I will try one someday. You will see what my allergies have to say about it, actually. I have too many of those. You know what? Varying Kefka, let's go. It's a terrible idea. The flip side of your Emperor's inconsistency is that he tends to survive the longest. He does not get consistently hit at all.
I don't care who I'm facing. Gotcha. Don't mess with me. Burn up. Come on, come on. Burn up.
Ow, ow.
Burn up. Don't mess with me.
You son of a bitch. Stop that. That did not hit me.
Just leave it to me.
Oh my god.
Rain down. Rain down.
Perish! Alright, that was bad. Yeah, well, we lived. Good enough.
Oh, that was harder than I thought.
Bow, 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 bow. Bow, 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 bow. Anyway, let's switch off of Vaughn. You're alive, which is usually enough against a varying enemy. Fair, but I am also in an area where you don't regen health after each fight. So the fact that I lost 80% of my health is bad. Vaughn's gonna be out for a while. Yeah, that's okay. I didn't want to play him in the first place.
Get ready. Here it comes.
I literally only picked Vaughn at the start of this run because I wanted to get him leveled and out of the way so that I could shelve him forever.
I did what I had to do.
So if the game's gonna give me the excuse of, oh, he's almost out of health, you should not use him for now, then I'm more than happy to take that excuse. I like Flourish of Steel. If your Emperor does get hit, he tends to get hit hard, but he's the second best in the game at recovering, so rare hard hits and more survivable than Furion getting more consistently hit for half his health. Yeah! Bum bum ba bum bum ba dum bum ba bum bum ba. I know better than to challenge a varying Labyrinth. That's just a bad time. Like, it's just straight up not a fun time. I don't want to do it. Them's some big numbers.
Enjoy the view.
Just leave it to me.
Haha! Got him!
That wasn't too bad of a fight.
Bum bum bada bum bum bada bum bum bada bum bum bada. Ba da 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 ba da 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 da. No, you're not ranting. It's fine. I'm enjoying the conversation. Please continue. I appreciate the engagement. I could have taken that white mage card to get Vaughn back in the fight, but he can wait a bit longer. It's fine. Camera being weird. Boom! Ow. How dare. Ho ho. Hee hee. Ha ha. Hoo hoo.
That wasn't
fight.
Ba-ba-da-da-da-da. Butter chicken? It's kind of like a curry chicken, but with extra butter. Yeah. It's a tomato butter sauce. It's kind of interesting. And kind of weird, I mean. Ow, I fucked it.
Get ready. Here it comes.
There we go, that's better.
Ruinga. Ruinga. Got this. Have some more.
Nice one, Squall. Ordered chicken korma a few weeks ago and loved it, but didn't like chicken pasanda from the same place.
That wasn't too bad of a fight.
I ended up just like adapting a recipe I found off Google myself. I think I got the original from like allrecipes.com or some shit. I don't know. Hmm.
Not even worth my time.
It's a tomato sauce that includes some curry powder and some, I think some Worcester and some Bovril. I don't remember that for sure though. And then the final step is to add some cream, some butter, and a little bit of lemon juice. In a blender, 2 big cans of whole tomatoes, whole black peppercorns, some peeled ginger, 2 cloves of garlic, and a series of spices, including... Oh, yeah, that's a different recipe than the one I use. Hold on, let me see. Let's see. The one I use... Yeah, trust this domain. Come on, Discord. I've followed this link a dozen times. Some garlic, some diced onion, and some ginger. Cook until they get soft. Add butter, chicken stock, tomato paste, cinnamon, salt, cumin, garam masala, and turmeric. Bring it all to, stir it all together and bring it to a simmer. Then you stir in some diced chicken until it's coated. Cook it all the way through. Add in a little bit of lemon juice and some heavy cream. Bring it back up to a simmer until it's all the same temperature, and then pour it over rice. Yeah, my recipe doesn't involve a blender at all. I don't want to go to Clayster jobs. But I will, because it's better than Clayster of Agony. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Alright, we just follow jobs to the end here. Ba-da-da-da. bum 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 bum.
Moringa! Who are you watching? Enjoy the view! Who are you watching?
Bum.
This is gonna stay.
Eh.
Who are you watching?
Bum. Not spicy, but has a good flavor. Currently fiddling with the flavor and function of the spice-flavor ratio. Yeah.
That wasn't too bad of a fight.
If you're like me and you have problems with garam masala, then you can actually just use Cajun powder, or not Cajun, curry powder as a stand-in. And yes, I have issues with garam masala. Most of it has an allergy warning for me. I am not kidding. Shahali, you should try the one I was talking about then. Because the one I'm talking about doesn't have a blender. Or doesn't use a blender at all. It does use a lot of hand cutting though. You'll need to dice up an onion, you'll need to mince some garlic, all that kind of stuff. Oh? What trick, Daff? Oh yeah, that's beginner stuff, Daff. Actually, if you really want easy cleanup on your rice, you know what you really gotta do? You gotta clean the rice before you cook it, my guy.
This'll
Damn, okay, he just stood there and took it.
I did what I had to do.
A little bit of sake gives it more flavor. That is true, though. But yeah, the real trick to making rice is just get a damn rice cooker. Like, honestly.
Forget it. Darkness be with me.
Get ready. Here it comes.
Target.
Resisted getting a rice cooker because you prefer pasta. Why not both? There's nothing stopping you from having both.
Get ready. Here it comes.
Just leave it to me. Darkness.
See, if you got a rice cooker, you would start eating rice, and you would have a lot of reason to have that rice cooker.
Enjoy the view.
Don't get your hopes up. It's over.
Well, that was annoying.
This is gonna stay.
You can do so much good stuff with rice. Like, rice is perfect for soups and stuff like that, too. Used to be too poor to buy extraneous kitchen gadgets. Now you can afford one. You're just starting to think about getting a small one. Getting a small rice cooker for, like, even if it only holds, like, 4 cups of rice, right? That'll be enough to make you 3 meals worth of rice in one shot. And that's one of the things that rice is best for, right? Is you can just make a simple dish with rice, and by simply adding rice to it, you can extend the value of that dish by like an extra two or three meals. Plus, making rice in a rice cooker is literally the simplest thing in the world. You just, like, either smear a bit of butter or a bit of olive oil or whatever on the inside of the bowl, and then you dump in some rice, dump in some water, put the lid on it, and click it on. And then it just handles the rest. It's better if you, the rice will come out better if you take the lid off and give it a stir when it finishes, because if you don't, it'll kind of like clump up and dry out a little bit. But you don't have to. It's not like it's going to turn bad or anything. And if you ever like make a soup or you ever make a stir fry or anything like that, you can just toss some rice in there. This is a terrible idea and I hate it. Starting to sell you on a rice cooker. Yeah, they're pretty good.
Still remain instinct.
Get ready.
My family has a rice cooker that, like I said earlier, it only holds like, I think its maximum capacity is like 4 cups of rice. But that's enough to keep a family of 3 fed. Ow. Oh, you son of a bitch. Sorry, I need to like actually pay attention to this one.
Enjoy the view.
Oh!
Enjoy the view.
Have some lightning. You have a rice cooker, but it sucks. It's you. You're the rice cooker. I see. Come on, you goddamn cloud of bullshit. Boom! There's some numbers.
Enjoy the view. Enjoy the view.
Ah, fuck. Boom! Boom, boom, boom!
Who are you watching?
Oof,
Enjoy the view.
that had landed.
Who are you watching? Enjoy the view.
Ugh.
Enjoy the view.
There we go! Looking at some pricey rice cookers, you can afford it now and the brand has a good reputation. Although your water boiler from them needed a replacement part after 10 years. I mean, you don't have to go expensive. We have a small rice cooker. Let me look up some references. I'm literally just gonna Amazon search rice cooker and see if I can find one that looks like ours. Seeing a lot made by this one brand. Oh, this one looks almost identical to the one we have. Not the same brand, but it looks almost identical. It's literally just a metal bowl you can take out, and you can pick up and take out. It sits inside this stand, and it's got a on-off switch on the front, a plug coming out the back that you can plug into a wall socket, and you take the bowl out, put the rice in, add the water, put the lid back on, and then put it back into the slot or into the stand, plug in the stand, and then click it on to cook, and it does all the rest. Super simple, pretty small, and it's only 35 bucks CAD. Now, full disclosure, this is not an endorsement, but this is the one I'm looking at here. Oh Jesus, this link is like horrible. It looks extremely similar to the one you just sent, actually, yeah. How can I get a better link for this? Um... Here. This is a terrible link, but... God, that's so horrible looking. But yeah, this is the one I'm looking at. The one that we have at my house is like super cheap. And it's also about this size. In fact, other than the name brand, I think it is this exact model. And yeah, this is literally 35 CAD. Like, this is not expensive. And it holds... How much is that? Yeah, that goes up to 5 cups. So it's actually slightly bigger than the one we have. Wow! Anyway. We've been sidetracked talking about fucking rice cookers. But yeah, honestly, getting a rice cooker is one of the better things you can do for your kitchen experience, like unironically. Because so many dishes are made simpler and easier if you just toss in some rice as filler. Imagine never having to peel potatoes again because you can just use rice for your starch. Also, you could even try things like making refried rice, because that's literally just leftover rice that you've cooked again with new ingredients.
It's just a fight.
Rice is an extremely versatile ingredient, and a rice cooker just makes it easily accessible. So, you know.
That wasn't too bad.
Anyway, I'm getting back to the game now. I've sidetracked enough for a couple of minutes. Ba-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
This ought to be
Get ready.
Flourish of Steel. Bow down 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 down. I hate this.
Get ready.
This is Man with a Machine Gun, right?
Stay down. Enjoy the view.
Squall, that was not the maneuver. I am sorry, my gunblade wielding guy. That was Man with a Machine Gun? Thought so. I'm not, like, super familiar with it because I only really know it from this game. I've never really played that far into FF8. Ooh, Berserker. Except it does nothing! Loverly! Wow, monk, ninja, monk. Didn't like FF8, but the reason you didn't like 8 wouldn't apply to many people. Why is that? Why didn't you like 8?
Have some more.
Uh-oh, he dodged. Uh-oh, he dodged.
Enjoy the view.
Uh-oh, he failed dodged. Back into it after he had escaped. What a loser.
That wasn't too bad.
FFA is aimed narrowly at awkward high school boys. I see. See, one of my main issues with FF8 was actually just the gameplay mechanics. Like, I specifically remember FF8 had this system where you could only access your limit breaks if you were, like, critically low on health. Ow. And it was like, I never liked that mechanic. You were an awkward high school girl, so it missed narrowly, and Squall came off as the obnoxious kid in class instead of like you. Well, damn, Shihali, I didn't realize you were a girl this whole time.
We're gonna win this together. Gotcha.
Oh. Ah! Fuck. Ow, my ass. Didn't make a big deal of it. That's fine. I don't intend to make a big deal of it now. Oh. Little shitter. Kane, I swear to God I am going to break your kneecaps. Kane, die. Thank God. Sorry, was that a bit aggressive? Maybe I should stop threatening to break people's kneecaps. Eh. FF8 is so old that you don't think many people giving it a first-time playthrough would be awkward high school girls. True! Again, my biggest issue with it was just that I came from FF7, where your limit break was your big super move that you had to charge up to use. And then FF8 was like, no. You can only use your limit break when you're at critical health, but so long as you stay at critical health, you can use it every turn. And it was like so poorly balanced, and I hated it. Beat a boss. Oh boy. You have problems with gameplay too, but from a different angle. Came from 1, 6, and 7, so limit break weirdness didn't phase you. But magic being something you hoard rather than use did. That... Oh! I forgot about that, actually. Magic was attached to the, junction, right? Or whatever it was called, where you attached, like, a summonable thing to your character, and that determined what magic you had. That was aggressive. Oh, Kane will accept my apology whenever I am ready. Well, I'm not apologizing to Kane. I'm apologizing to the viewers who had to witness it. Tifa, get over here. Oh, tagged her. Boom, pow.
It's just a win. No hard feelings.
Boom, boom, and it's over. Unless she has a last chance, which she can't because she's at 1 health. Could use magic in FF8, but better use it sparingly because it would mean you don't get bonus to your stats. Man, that's wild. Actually, you know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of a different game. That, like, totally different game. Same genre, it was also a JRPG, but not Final Fantasy. But, it had a similar-ish system, but you didn't lose your stats for using magic, you only lost your stats for using summons. And that is Golden Sun, which I actually absolutely loved. I only ever played the second one. I still need to play Golden Sun 1, but Golden Sun 2 was such a good game, dude. I spent so many hours on Golden Sun 2 growing up. There's a funny story of how I first got Golden Sun 2, actually. I don't know if I've told this story on stream before or not. I probably have, actually. But, you missed both Golden Suns, but when I said it's not Final Fantasy, but you lose stats by using summons, you immediately thought Golden Sun. Yeah! Because in Golden Sun, your characters don't have classes. Instead, you equip genies to them, and these genies are elemental. And depending on the combination of elements that you equip onto a person, it creates a class with a set of skills and abilities and stat changes for that character. And having more genies of different elements unlocks the ability to use high-powered summons, but using a summon puts all of the genies involved in that summon on cooldown for several turns, and while they're on cooldown, you don't have them equipped. So you literally trade your class abilities and stats away in order to summon Bahamut or some shit like that. And then, like, 5 turns later, after you summon Bahamut, all of your stuff comes back. It was cool as hell, actually. Oh, hello, kitty cat. Hello? Hello, Charlotte. What are you up to tonight, Charlotte? What are you up to, kitty cat? What are you up to tonight? Staring at me with that same inquisitive look as always. Your cat was dead to the world when you got back from the laundromat, and you woke her up on her own when it was time for her evening snack. I see. My kitty has decided it is visiting hours, and I am not allowed to say no. Boom. Oh no, he sealed my bravery. I can't gain anymore. Shame I'm already at the cap. Funny how that works.
Is this what you had in mind?
You can say no. She'll just ignore it. I mean, true. But that's hardly an actual choice on my end, isn't it? Yes, kitty cat, that is my tail. She is nuzzling extremely hard. I can pick her up and physically remove her, not without getting my arms clawed to shit, I can't. Hey, no biting. Thinks she wants pets? No, she doesn't. First of all, if I try to pet her, she claws me. Second of all, I'm allergic to her anyway, so I don't want to get her hair on my hands.
Ready?
So instead, I'm going to vent my annoyance on this small child. Boom.
No hard feelings.
Oh. No, not the guard break. Ow! How dare. Don't block me! On Twitter? Okay, how about you fuck off, buddy? It's the bad thing about being allergic to a cat. Some of the best things about having a cat or petting it and letting it rub on you. Yeah! Thankfully, she basically only rubs up against my lower half, and I can keep that half away from my face most of the time. Ma'am, someday, I'll get myself properly animated, and you'll be able to see my tail wagging on screen. Wouldn't like your cat. She wants to rub your chin, your nose, and your forehead. Yeah, that probably wouldn't be very kosher for me.
Is this what you had in mind?
I do have a sort of ongoing war with my cat, where I keep trying to tell her that she's not allowed on my bed, and she keeps saying that she wants to be on my bed anyway. You know better, don't you, kitty cat? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. She's just staring at me. She took a couple steps away and then turned to look at me with this sassy expression.
Guess there's no getting
She's
around
already decided that I am her human. It's true. It is absolutely true. I am the first human in this household that she warmed up to, actually.
it. Is this what you
When
had
we
in
first
mind?
got her, she was super scared and super nervous. I mean, she's a rescue. Mom always insists that all of our pets are rescues because she wants to take care of animals that need it, basically. But when we first got Charlotte, she came onto the premises in a kitty transport cage, basically. One of those things. And as soon as we got her inside and opened the cage, I just want to point out at this point, before we go any further, I had made a deal with Mum and Dad. Because Mum really wanted a cat. And Dad was taking her side, because of course he was. And I had said that I did not want a cat. We already have a dog. We don't need another animal in the house. But I was outvoted and overruled, and we settled on the agreement that we'll get a cat on the condition that I don't have to interact with her, that I don't have to take care of her, that I can keep as far away from them as possible at all times, because I didn't want a cat to begin with. So you know what happens the instant we get a cat into the house? Of course, we open her cage, and she bolts into my room and disappears. It takes her a week to show her face to anyone in the household, and she just comes crawling up to me over in my corner of my room and starts nuzzling my leg out of curiosity while I'm playing a video game solo late one night. And from that moment on, I was the only person she freely approached. And there has been nothing I have been able to do about it ever since. And that is the story of how I got adopted by a cat. She's been very gradually warming up to the rest of the household. She now freely explores the rest of the house. She's got several of her own spots that she loves to sit in the house in various places. But overall, she's just decided that my room is her room and I am her human. Problem with the original plan was that cats have opinions too. Yeah, but like still, you would think the cat wouldn't be so attached to the one person in the household who doesn't want anything to do with them. Don't know what we could have done except keep the door shut when she was released. Well, you see, that's part of the issue. My room doesn't have a door. I live in the shitty attic that used to be a storage area, so the first thing she did after being let out of that cage was to bolt up the stairs and disappear into the storage compartments up on the second floor. So she just literally vanished into the walls of my room the instant she was released from her cage. Hey, MGem. Welcome to story time. We're talking about how a cat adopted me. Up is attractive to cats. Yeah, even though she has, like, you know, a proper bed in the house. Even though she has, like, a proper bed or two or three in the house, her favorite spot that she sleeps on is literally just a cardboard box at the top of the stairs. Also, even though we have a bunch of like actual cat toys and cat scratching posts and stuff like that in the house, she never uses any of them. Instead, what she uses to grunt and file down her nails is just whatever cardboard box she can find. So, if you ever hear, like, scratching or tearing or ripping or whatever noise in the background while I'm streaming, yeah, don't worry about that. That's just the cat. She's just, like, working on her current box, whichever one it happens to be. She might figure out the scratching post. No, she knows what it is. She tried it out when we first set it down and didn't like it. She scratched it a little bit and then immediately went back to scratching boxes apart instead. Nice moves, Emperor. Had to train your cat not to scratch the furniture. Yeah, that one's a work in progress. Our couch is, kind of a mess. She does need a new, scratching post in your next cat shipment. Yeah, because if you don't replace the stuff she does use, then she's gonna find something else. Alright, party battle. Bum 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 bum. And you're not gonna like what she finds. True. We're probably gonna end up getting a new couch at some point because of what she's done to our current one. The actual, like, bulk of the couch itself is fine, but, like, the fronts of the arms of the couch are an absolute nightmare. Use double-sided tape and aluminum foil to keep her out of trouble. I know that you mean you put that, like, on things that she, like, used to scratch. But, like, the idea of using double-sided tape to make an outfit out of aluminum foil and then forcing your cat to wear it is just so funny to me. I'm just imagining, like, Wizard of Oz tin cat.
Get ready.
It gets funnier the more I think of it. Oh, wait, that's so good.
Everyone's thoughts are here with me.
Bonk. And you did. I love how the AI just turns off if they hit the void during a chase sequence. It's very convenient.
You need to train more. Just kidding.
One against the party battle card. Door is now open. Bam bam bam. Bam bam bam. Bam bam bam. Bam 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 bam. Bam bam bam. Bam bam bam. Bam 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 bam. Continue to recommend arepas. I will see if I can try one at some point. I don't actually get takeout very often. Ow. I thought that was a chase sequence? Ow. Ow. Wow, a whole 50 damage. How dare you? Oh no! You son of a bitch! Aha!
Leave it to me.
Ha ha!
Just leave it to me.
Oh. Oh! Get splashed. Oh. He lived. Ha! Don't blame me in particular for being leery of any takeout food. Oh, it's not what I'm talking about. It's not that I am leery of takeout food or anything like that. It's a money issue. I don't have enough disposable income to frequently get takeout. Also, there's the food allergies issue. I am, like, allergic to half the ingredients known to man. So I have to be very careful about what I eat. Despite my incredibly slobby lifestyle, I actually have a decent-ish diet because I have to, because I'm allergic to all of the bad things. It's kind of ironic.
I'll fall into the shadow.
I live like a couch potato, sitting in front of my computer all the time. I just eat a lot, but like, most of what I eat is just meat and veggies. I don't like eat much junk food because I can't eat junk food. Like, if you can come up with a brand of chocolate, I'm probably allergic to it, first of all. Candy, probably allergic to it. I can't eat baked goods on principle.
Come on, show me what you're made of.
I mean, until like a year ago, I was literally allergic to eggs. That's kind of limiting, that one.
Now you know what I'm made of.
I remember, actually, when I was a lot younger, I was so thin and underweight that it actually scared the bejesus out of my parents. Mom took me to a doctor and got me checked out and investigated. And the doctor basically said, I remember Mom was recounting this story to a family member recently. I think it was over Thanksgiving. But apparently, Mom took me to the doctor, and the doctor said, well, is he low energy or anything? No. Then he seems healthy. Just give him something, put butter on everything he eats. Make him drink Boost. So, we ran into two issues with that. One issue is that, I didn't like butter back then. I know, sounds heretical, but I actually did not like butter when I was a kid. But the other issue was, Boost is disgusting and I hate it. It's one of those, liquid meal replacement things, but it tasted like liquid fat, and I hated it. There was only one flavor of it that I could actually, like, stand even remotely. And that flavor only came as a 2-of in a 6-pack of mixed flavors. So we would get a 6-pack of mixed flavors. I would drink 2 of them, and then we would have 4 that nobody would touch.
Looking for a win.
Because Mom and Dad certainly couldn't stomach the stuff. It was, like I said, basically liquid fat.
Here we go. Gotcha. Keep trying. Here we go.
It was fucking disgusting.
Gotcha. Stop ya. Just leave it to me.
Ow. Okay. That was a move. Crunched and burned and crashed.
One more win for me.
But yeah, if I get the opportunity, I will try out an arepa. But again, it's not even so much an issue of, oh, I don't trust takeout food or anything like that. It is mostly like a financial thing, and B, oh my god, allergies. I have so many. Also, what kind of tea you drinking?
I always get the prize.
Ow, I fucked it. I fucked it. Ow. I fucked it!
Keep trying.
There we go, that's a hit.
Gotcha.
Bonk. Allergies. No idea what's in the thing. Oh,
Don't let it in.
I actually Google searched it earlier. It's mostly corn, I think.
you had the chance.
Let's see. Main ingredients: corn flour. A flat, round, uneven patty of soaked ground kernels of maize, or more frequently nowadays, maize meal or maize flour. It can be grilled, baked, fried, boiled, or steamed. Characteristics vary by color, flavor, size, and the food with which it may be stuffed, depending on the region. Simple arepas are filled with butter or cheese and baked. More filling varieties can be added with combinations of ingredients like beans, meat, avocados, eggs, tomatoes, salad, shrimp, or fish. Fried arepas are often consumed in southern North America, filled with white cheese on top and served in conjunction with fried eggs. Sweet fried arepas are another variety that is often prepared with sugar loaf and anise. Venezuelan white cheese is another topping for fried arepas that can be combined with feta cheese. Ceylon tea. Ceylon tea? Ceylon? My other bag of Lapsang Souchong smoked tea hasn't been found yet. Ceylon will do. Neat. I am looking up what that is now. I don't remember what. I know of a lot of teas, but not like by name. You know what I mean? Both the brand of tea which is produced in Sri Lanka and a historical term describing tea from that land. Okay, but like, what are the flavorings? What's in it? What's in it? What's in it? Tea produced in the highlands of Sri Lanka. It's a black tea. Ceylon tea is popular among tea enthusiasts for its rich flavor and fragrant aroma. While there are some differences in terms of taste and antioxidant content, it comes from the same plant as other types of tea and boasts a similar type set of nutrients. Refers to tea produced in the highlands of Sri Lanka. Like other types of tea, made from dried and processed leaves of the tea plant Camellia sinensis. Higher concentration of several antioxidants. Neat. That's cool. I also drink a lot of tea, but I don't drink like caffeinated tea. I drink herbal tea.
Some things in life you just do.
Malevolent winds.
The annoying part is I have to get it imported because they don't actually sell it here in Canada, but they do in the States. Oh my god. You goddamn blonde bitch! Anyway, it's... what's it called? Apple Orchard Spice, I think.
I did what I had to do.
Lipton tastes like most Ceylon blends. Neat. I'm familiar with Lipton, actually. Although real Ceylon tea is probably too expensive to use much of in the blend. Ah. Bum 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 bum.
Looking for a win. Let's roll.
Malevolent winds. If I have to fight,
Wait.
now.
No chance.
Alright, how about we just end this immediately? I think Lipton uses a lot of Kenyan tea and other African teas, probably also a lot of Argentine tea in the US blends. Neat.
One more win for me.
What I drink is Apple Orchard Spice. It's a Higgins and Burke tea. Where's the ingredients list? Cinnamon, hibiscus, chamomile, orange peel, chicory, natural flavors, and carob. I drink it instead of water because it is literally just flavored water with no added sugar or caffeine. Also, I steep it for like a million years to get the most flavor out of each tea bag. Because I am a crazy person. Assam tea turns cloudy when chilled and looks like V8 when made into iced tea. Not very appealing. I see. Man, you know what all this talk of tea is reminding me of? Of all things, add more water to the tea bag. I put the tea bag in the bottom of a gigantic mug. Like, it's one of those giant Yeti brand travel mugs. I have 2 of them. I put the tea bag in the bottom of one of those mugs, and then I just pour boiling water over it until the entire mug is filled to the brim. And then I just let it sit that way overnight, basically. And then the next day, I'll take the tea bag out, toss that in the garbage, and then take the mug upstairs with me to my room, and I'll drink it over the course of a day or two. So it's fairly weak and allowed to sit for a long time to extract all the flavor. Yeah. And like I said, I basically drink it instead of water. Oh, hello again, Charlotte. Welcome back. But yeah, all this talk of teas reminding me of Neptunia, of all things. Because Vert treats tea as a character trait. Charlotte, don't get tangled in my cords. Economical use of tea. Yeah. I mean, I have kind of an issue where I just can't drink water. I mean, it's not like I literally can't. I just refuse to because I hate water. There's nothing wrong with the water or anything. I don't live in some American state with poor water control. It's just, I don't like water. It's boring, and it's bad, and I hate it. So I will never drink plain water. Then you can fix the boringness of water with salt, too. Doesn't that kind of defeat the purpose, though? Oh, somebody's cooking. Since salt water dehydrates you. Hello, Charlotte. Hey, put those teeth away. Something went beep, beep, beep over there. Yeah, it's somebody cooking downstairs. See, our fire alarm in the house goes off based on heat rising, not actual smoke. So whenever somebody opens the oven, the fire alarm goes off. It's nothing to be concerned about, it just means that somebody's making supper. Normally that would be me, and I would have done it like an hour and a half ago, like 2.5 hours ago actually, but I have a deal with my mom and dad going on, where, because when I first started streaming, I did a Saturday-Sunday stream, but I didn't stream during the week. So I made a deal with mom and dad where I would make supper every weekday night, and mom and dad would handle supper on Saturday and Sunday because I was busy streaming on Saturday and Sunday around supper time. Nowadays, I also stream on Tuesday and Thursday, but I still make supper on those nights. I just make it early enough that I can do my stream afterwards. Ow. Ow. But the original deal of them handling food on the weekend is still in place. And yes, that does mean that my parents are aware of me streaming. They even know that I'm a VTuber, that I want to be a VTuber. Uh oh. Ow. That hurty. My parents usually are unaware of it. Or usually are aware of it. Ow. Kuja, I swear to God. I'm going to kick your ass. Watch out for anyone new who seems out of touch with what's new and hip but knows a lot about your home life. I mean, my mom's been in the chat before. My dad hasn't been. I actually know what my mom's Twitch username is. I'm the one who got her into it.
You should have run when you had the chance.
I had to explain the functioning and mechanic of the entire platform to my parents at one point.
Won't laugh if you run.
I have good parents. They're very supportive of me.
Gotcha.
Maybe more than they should be, honestly. Ow, fuck. Ha ha! Ha ha! Ha ha! Oh, kitty cat is staring again. Oh, Torn doesn't go that high. God damn it, Bart, stop running away from me. I will destroy you. Oh my god, really? Eat it.
Here. Rain down. Rain down.
So, what anime is everybody following this season? Oh, son of a bitch. Anybody following any of the new shows? Of which there are several. Of which they all air on Saturday for some fucking reason. Have been following any for a while, to be honest. Reading a book instead. Oh nice, what book?
You should have run when you had the chance.
I'm following like 5 shows that all come out on Saturday, and I don't know why they decided to make every show come out on Saturday this season. God's Rule, aka Medieval Islamic Political Thought, by Patricia Crone. Interesting. Not a title I'm familiar with at all. Also extremely different from the direction I was gonna go for the show I was gonna bring up. It's about what it says in the title, which isn't always true for Crone's books. I see.
I always get the prize.
Read any Dean Koontz? That's an old author name I can always bring up. Ow, fuck.
Gotcha. Keep
Dean Koontz is one of those names that I think most people have read. You haven't read them yourself, but you bought a couple of his books for a relative once. I highly recommend The Watchers as a good entry point into the world of Dean Koontz. The Watchers is an incredible story, and also a love letter to dogs. Oh, son of a bitch. Haha! Crone once wrote a book titled Slaves on Horses and devoted less than 10 pages to slaves on horses. Incredible.
You should have run when you had the chance.
I kind of grew up reading Goosebumps, actually. That was my literary experience when I was a kid. I literally would, like, go to the library, pick up, like, 3 Goosebumps books, have finished one by the time I got home, sit down and finish another one, and then go back to my room, because I would sit down in the living room as soon as I got home and read the second one, and then go back to my room and do something else for a while, and then just pick up and then finish the third book later that night. And the next day, I would go back to the library, return those 3 books, and pick up 3 more books. And I went through, like, the entire collection of Goosebumps books that the library had over the course of, like, a year. She devoted more pages to raging at the awfulness of her sources, which were excellent at recording which Arab held which high political position, when and where, and very little else. You read a few Goosebumps books, but not at that sort of pace. I was, like, I mean, the shortest way I can say this is that I am an autist with ADHD, so when I pick something and focus in on it, I laser focus in on it. My mom and I have been calling it hyper focus ever since I was a little kid. Ow, fuck. Oh, son of a bitch. But when I was little, like around 10 years old, my hyperfixation was 100% on Goosebumps. And then I started getting into more advanced books. I think I was like 14 when I first read the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy. And that one was basically on a dare, actually. Sounds like perfectly normal age for Lord of the Rings. Yeah, the thing is, I only read the Lord of the Rings books because I was already so obsessed with the Lord of the Rings movies and games and external media and so on and so forth, that my mom looked at me one day and said, "You aren't a true fan until you've read the books." So I said, "Fine, I'll do it." And within half a year, I had finished the whole trilogy. But yeah, like, Lord of the Rings, fuck, I suddenly can't remember the name of the first movie. Fellowship of the Ring. Fellowship of the King of the Ring, the Peter Jackson movie, came out when I was like 12. And I was obsessed with it. And then The Two Towers came out when I was like 13, and Return of the King came out when I was like 14, or something to that effect. And I was just absolutely obsessed with the movies. Like, watching them on repeat, on loop in the living room. The entire living room of the house had turned into a Lord of the Rings hub, by the way. But, because it was like I would have the movies running on repeat and on the TV while I'm playing the video game Lord of the Rings: The Battle for Middle-earth on the PC, while I'm drinking pop out of a Lord of the Rings collectible mug. Like, it was ridiculous. I was completely and totally obsessed. And that was when Mum looked at me and said, "You're not a true fan until you've read the books." So I did. It only took me like 6 months, but I read all 3 of the books in one shot, basically. Need to dive down toward hidden keys very soon? I do? I don't remember that being where I was going. Hold on, I'll check after this fight. We went a slightly different direction. The merchandise and movies didn't exist when you were that age. Yeah, that's the thing. Cause see, I think I read The Hobbit when I was like 8 or 9, somewhere around there. I never actually got through Silmarillion. Silmarillion was too much for me. It was literally just a textbook. Oh, no, you're right. I already missed the spot I wanted to go. Ah, fuck. I just kept senselessly going forward without paying attention to the map. Because I wanted to go in here in the middle. Well, where's the next spot I can jump in? Here. Which looks like an extension of this path that I missed. Damn. Well, I guess we can just keep going then. But yeah. I remember being in high school and I forgot your way through the labyrinth. No, it's not your fault. I just kind of like turned off brain, went to Tangent City and didn't look where I was driving. Ow, ow. But no, I remember being in high school and in English class we were doing a book report, and the whole class had to read the same book, and that book was The Hobbit. And everyone was sitting there going through The Hobbit for the first time, because we were in like the first year of high school. We were all like 13, 14 years old, right? And this is everybody's first time going through The Hobbit. Except me, because I read that fucking book 5 years ago, and I already know everything that happens. And I go up to the teacher, and I tell her this, and I'm like, so what do I do? And I basically just, like, breezed through that entire section of that English class, because I already knew all the answers, because I'd already read the book 5 years ago. I reread it for the class, that wasn't an issue. It was a good story, I didn't mind rereading it. But it was just like, it felt kind of pointless. You know what I mean? Ow, fuck. More surprised none of the others had read it yet. I mean, at the time, The Hobbit was considered advanced reading for a 14-year-old. I mean, hell, Lord of the Rings, the main trilogy, is absurdly advanced reading, even for adults who are experienced readers. You hadn't read any of the books chosen for class read-along, so you don't have that exact experience. I remember when we had to read Lord of the Flies in 11th grade, and I hated it. Firstly, because I hated the book. It was a stupid story, and it was just so contrived, and it was bad. But, oh, hello, Tech. You are here at the very end of the stream. Congratulations. But, Lord of the Flies was, long story short, a very bad book. And yet, I could read it so easily that I hated the fact that the teacher would not allow us to read ahead. Because I just wanted to get it over with. You know what I mean? I'm sitting there like, you can join the rest of us in the other room arguing about over the goodness of God disguised as Feanor argument number 1,000,000 something. What kind of teacher doesn't let you read ahead? The teacher didn't want us to know what was coming ahead of time because it would influence our answers on our predictions of where the story was going. That was what my fucking high school English teacher in 11th grade did. She very specifically wanted us to have untainted reactions and untainted predictions on the themes and the morals of the story and the writing devices so that we could predict what was going to happen, and she could kind of try and form or guide our expectations of the story. And as a result, we were literally not allowed to read past a certain chapter. But we also had to read up to that chapter at the same time. So every day after class, we were told, okay, you have to read the rest of this chapter, but you're not allowed to go past that before next class. And it was so terrible. I hated it so much. I ended up reading the whole book in like one sitting on like the first or second week of studying it, and then just pretended I didn't know what was coming the entire rest of the time we were covering that book. Oh my god, and then the next year we did something worse. It was the same thing, but they let us read ahead this time, but the book was no better. It was the most pretentious, in your face with how holier than thou and fucking absurdly wordy and like flowery language that did not need to be there. It felt like it was written by Tolkien or someone. It felt like it was written by somebody who were trying to convince you they were Tolkien. Yeah, I read The Giver when I was younger. The Giver was a individual study. No. The one I'm talking about now is for 12th grade, actually. We did Lord of the Flies in 11th, and this one in 12th. And I think The Giver was one that we did in, like, 8th grade? But it wasn't like the whole class does this book. It was everybody picks a book from this pool of books, and you have to do a full thing completely on your own about this book, on your own time, on your own terms. And because the format was like that, I actually really liked it. I got into The Giver. I liked that book. It was an interesting kind of short story. But, no, the one that we covered in 12th grade as a class that I hated was The Great Gatsby. My god, that is the most pretentious piece of shit I have ever read in my life. We did that a few years. You picked Pride and Prejudice because it was shorter, didn't understand large chunks of it, but you remember liking it. You have avoided The Great Gatsby. Good. Never read it. It is a bad story. If you remember the way Tolkien wrote the original Lord of the Rings trilogy, imagine somebody pretending to write like that and doing a bad job. And you have The Great Gatsby. It's like fake Tolkien writing style with a story that has no substance. The one and only required reading American classic from school you actually liked was Of Mice and Men. And see, I never read Mice and Men. Or Grapes of Wrath. We, oh, what was it called? Big Brother is Watching. '1984! That was it! We covered 1984 when I was in, like, grade 10. That one was interesting. Depressing as hell. I didn't like reading the book because it was incredibly depressing and I was already depressed without reading a depressing book. That was not a happy time in my life. But it was an interesting story. That kind of absurd dystopia was just so ridiculous. It's kind of captivating. You had to write an essay on The Great Gatsby once. You only read like 3 chapters before giving up on it because nothing was happening. Shitted out a 5-page essay. Teacher ended up losing it. Talked her into just getting you a B! Yo, wait, that's brilliant! Reading a story about the dangers of government overreach in school is pretty based. Normally they'd steer you away from it. Yeah, and it was compulsory reading for me at grade 10. Recommend Animal Farm too, but only if you know a little of Russian early 20th century history. I do not. I would have to do some research before reading the book. But anyway, back to my original suggestion. On the note of books to check out, look up The Watchers by Dean Koontz. Phenomenal fiction story. And again, also a love letter to dogs. Dean Koontz does a lot of those love letters to dogs. So many of the required reading stories are just, isn't this sad? Aren't you sad? I'm a genius writer. Should give the trick away. Animal Farm is an allegory of the Russian Revolution. Interesting. I also read a lot of Stephen King when I was younger. It's kind of weird. I read a lot of, like, horror stuff on my own when I was younger. Ties back into that whole, I love horror. I love horror concepts. I love horror designs. I can't stand being scared, which is why I don't play horror games. Either. Animal House is the original frat boy party movie. Damn.
I always get the prize.
Bonk.
Gotcha. Keep trying.
Aw. Alright, well, that's a thing. Yeah, Mice and Men was one of those sad stories, but in a way that's actually interesting and makes you connect with the characters. I had to read Frankenstein in class too, probably because it's short. Very unlike the pop culture idea from the movies. Yeah, I heard about that. The original Frankenstein was very different to the way it ended up portrayed in pop media.
Some things in life you just do.
You just do. Boom, 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 boom. She lived. How dare.
Moringa.
Pow, pow, pow.
Who are you watching? Have some more.
Boom, 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 boom. Bram Stoker's Dracula? Nice.
That wasn't too bad of a fight.
Main character narrates in the form of letters back to his fiancée. Oh, I actually love that style of horror storytelling. It's really interesting when the narration is like that. Service called Dracula Daily that emails you the text from Dracula written on that date. I see. Of course, it's mostly done now, but they'll start up again next May. Interesting. Boom, 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 boom. What do you mean defense crush? He did not charge that long enough to defend into a guard break. You motherfucker. My dear, I think I'm losing it. I swear I saw the Count crawling around on the outer walls of the castle. Totally normal, not weird at all thing. I actually saw a hentai comic that was like that. One ornate style that either really works or really doesn't. Read The Man Who Was Thursday. Don't think you got it, but the style was fun. It's a thing that actually happens. It's meant to be horrifying, but it's very funny. Incredible. But yeah, that whole thing of the story being told in narration by letters from the main character. I actually saw a fucking hentai thing that was like that. It was very interesting. Also drawn by Encase. Has a harem of vampiresses and they try to fuck main guy and Dracula throws a fucking fit. The Gods of Pagana, or The King of Elfland's Daughter, which might be out of copyright in Canada. Oh well, if I want it I can still find it somewhere, I'm sure. Whoops. I accidentally clicked on a Golbez fight. Whoopsie! Part of the issue for me nowadays, though, is that my attention span, just quite frankly, is not what it used to be. I haven't read a book in a long time, because I need visual elements to keep me interested. I read manga constantly. I watch anime. I don't watch movies. I don't watch TV shows, except anime. But I, live and die on manga decks. It's actually kind of ridiculous. But I haven't just, read a proper book with no visual aids in, probably, 7, 10 years. Thank you for saving me, Laguna? Ow. Dropping Discord chatting for a while is let you focus enough to actually sit down and finish a book or two. Yeah, that's part of why I never finished the Silmarillion, is I started to run out of attention span before I tried getting into it. Oh, that did not hit me, come on. You piece. God damn it, Golbez. There we go. Got into Silmarillion before Google existed, so it was easier. Yeah. See, I can go to the Lord of the Rings wiki and read all of the shit that's in the Silmarillion, but condensed into different categories based on the individual character pages on the wiki, and be totally fine doing that. But I cannot, for the life of me, actually sit down and read the Silmarillion, even though it's basically a glorified wiki page. Like, I'm so weird that way. You know what I mean? I can go on a wiki binge and literally lose an entire night just following random pages on a wiki to learn random things about a thing. But at the same time, I can't read the Silmarillion because it's too much like a textbook. Like, it's so backwards.
Keep trying.
Boom. Oh my god. Ha ha! Really want to read House of Leaves, but that is a challenging book. You need to get your focus for reading back before you even attempt it. Oh, that suction! How dare you? Oh, oh, big hits, big hits. Big hits! Don't worry, I won't get my butt beat. I'll beat her butt instead. Ha ha! Anyway, Shihali, are you on the Discord server?
One more win for me.
Because you should hang out with us sometime. You're on too many? Damn. Ow, fuck. I'm glancing, I'm glancing! Whew. Haha. Ow, fuck. Haha. Boom, boom. Think you could skip from the Inulindale to QS Chapter 6 and not lose much that you couldn't wiki? I see. Ah. I feel like I need to sneeze, but it's not coming. And it's annoying. Boom! Just get hit, goddammit. Oh, come on. Son of a bitch. Die! Die! There we go! Doesn't help that the Silmarillion, like real life, has several plot arcs going on at once and has to either cut between them or tell events out of order. And it does both? Oh my god. My favorite part of the Silmarillion was when Tolkien said it's Tolkien time and he tolked all over that world building. God. Actually, totally unrelated. You know what's a really great book series that I wish I finished? Like, sincerely, that I wish I finished? Because it is really good. Gon's Coast? No. I don't even know what the hell that is. Wheel of Time. Wheel of Time is a goddamn fucking classic book series. But I only got like 2/3 of the way in before I lost my steam. That was the book series I was reading when I ran out of attention span to read books. Which is really unfortunate because Wheel of Time was incredible. Wheel of Time has, what was it, 12 books? And I think I got to book 7.
One more win for me.
Actually, I'm gonna look it up. Wheel of Time books. 14 books! 14 books! The Wheel of Time spans 14 volumes in addition to a prequel novel and 2 companion books. Robert Jordan, the author, died while writing what was originally planned to be the final book in the series. However, he wrote extensive notes on what was intended to be the ending and additional content, so his family finished it for him and published it in his name. Gaunt's Ghost is a series from the Black Library. If you want to read a compelling story about the Imperial Guard, this is it. Interesting. But yeah, honestly, I've heard a lot of people compare the Wheel of Time to Lord of the Rings, and I can definitely see it. Thank you, Tag. Good moderating. Yep. Anyway. Well, where was I going with this? Right. Fucking Wheel of Time has a lot of clear comparisons to the Lord of the Rings, but it's also, like, totally different. Like, you know what I mean? It's similar in a lot of ways, but it's different enough that it's not the same story. It's not like a ripoff or a clone or anything like that. A wheel's a circle, a ring is a circle. 6 or 2 threes. I see. The Wheel of Time is a series of high fantasy novels by American author Robert Jordan, with Brandon Sanderson as a co-author for the final 3 novels. Originally planned as a 6-book series, The Wheel of Time spans 14 volumes, in addition to a prequel novel and 2 companion books. Jordan died in 2007 while working on what was planned to be the final volume in the series. He prepared extensive notes so another author could complete the book according to his wishes. Fellow fantasy author Brandon Sanderson was brought in to complete the final book. During the writing process, however, it was decided that the book would be far too large to be published in 1 volume, and instead it was split into 3: The Gathering Storm, Towers of Midnight, and A Memory of Light. The series draws on numerous elements of both European and Asian mythology, most notably the cyclical nature of time found in Buddhism and Hinduism, the metaphysical concepts of balance and duality, and a respect for nature found in Taoism, the Abrahamic concepts of God or Satan, and Leo Tolstoy's War and Peace. The Wheel of Time is notable for its length, detailed imaginary world and magic system and large cast of characters. The 8th through 14th books each reached #1 on the New York Times bestseller list. After its completion, the series was nominated for a Hugo Award, and as of 2021, the series has sold over 90 million copies worldwide, making it one of the best-selling epic fantasy stories since The Lord of the Rings. Its popularity has spawned a collectible card game, a video game, a role-playing game, and soundtrack album, and it is currently getting a TV series adaptation produced by Sony Pictures and Amazon Studios. Ah, there, I saw the hydrate. But yeah, honestly, if you have the attention span to read books, I genuinely cannot recommend The Wheel of Time more highly than I do. The series of Wheel of Time is set in an unnamed world that, due to the cyclical nature of time as depicted in the series, is simultaneously the distant past and distant future of Earth. Book 1, The Eye of the World. Dissidia are reading the Wheel of Time Wikipedia. I know, right? Now, to be fair, I have been playing Dissidia for 2 hours straight already. Except for that, 10-15 minute break we took in the middle to talk about rice cookers. This has been kind of a tangent-heavy stream, huh? Yeah, I missed my intended path in the labyrinth because I was fucking tangenting. I was glancing! Lordy. Not done the book yet, but Tara Sim's The City of Dusk is solid so far. Nice. Actually, you know what? I think I am gonna call it here. I am going to invite Shihali to my Discord server. There we are. Just in case you feel like hanging out, you would be welcome. But for now, I am going to say goodnight, actually. Thank you for being here. It's been fun. And I will see you again on Tuesday, I hope. Alright. Well, I hope you'll be here on Tuesday when we play more Dark Souls. And I'll see you next time. Peace out.